Alrighty. One more round. And that is not a keeper, but this one is. Our opponent takes a mulligan and another mulligan. Lead on colonnade. Since if we must bolt something, we'll just take the 2. I think I'm going to actually just leave up Remand and try and get some electrolyze value. This is a great hand against Forest Elvis Mystic. So much for the Remand plan. Helix that though. I think I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. There's not really anything too threatening that I can think of. It's gonna be accelerated out, and it does open up the opportunity for Electrolyze to get multiple things. Alright, perfect. That's fine. Can't think of any reason it matters. There's probably some consideration on which of these I should electrolyze, but I'm not too sure about that. Do I leave the Tectonic Edge as a surprise? I think I will. He only has 1 card left. And not really any point in bolting that. Wonder if he has Collected Company. I think the mana is more important to us, even though we can't remand anything. But really remanding anything at this point isn't that effective. I think it's probably worth it to kill his dude, draw a card, and get a clock going. Now it's going to be worth it to tech edge the land, since we have a cryptic command. Do it in upkeep so we can't collected company us twice. Go ahead and remand that. Okay. Pendlehaven. It's worth a bolt, since it allows us to keep getting in, and it's essentially a 2-3. Yeesh. That's a lot of revelations. This game's looking pretty locked up, since he has one card. And we have like 7. I'll just go ahead and red for 2. Colonnade. Still have infinite stuff up, so even if you were to like go Nettle Sentinel, Elvish Visionary, Heritage Druid, we could still disrupt that. Collected company. Alright. This is probably just going to give us more info, more than anything else. Spellskite and Izuri. It's not going to save him. Yep. Alright. Sideboarding. Could bring in Stony Silence, since we did see Spellskite, but not too sure if that's worth it. Most of our cards are already pretty great here. And we have a decent number of board clears, so should be a slam dunk matchup, pretty much. Let's try out 1 remand and 2 mana leaks. Actually, let's. He does have Cavern, so. Maybe like that. It's only really going to be. These cards are only really going to be good against Collected Company. Or, I don't know, Court of Calling, maybe. Other than that, yeah. Looks good. Alright, this hand is borderline excellent. Question is, what are we getting? Probably a Sacred Foundry, since we don't have any cryptic commands yet. But I guess we shall see. We want double white. We're basically choosing between double white and double blue. Okay. This actually means we don't have to choose, since that's not a priority target. I think it's still worth it, though, to just go for the Supreme Verdict and be able to bolt his next play. Since, yeah, casting Cryptic Command is so not a priority at the moment. I'm gonna go for Nettle Sentinel and see if we can hit this Electrolyze. Alright. If I didn't hit that, I would have just bolted the Llanowar Elves as well. Alright, there's the Cryptic Command. Said this hand was borderline excellent. This is the issue. Is not having enough lands, but just running out the collected company. I guess it makes sense since we, well, presumably we would have less counter magic, but I don't know why you wouldn't do it on upkeep or end step. Oh, there's a reason. E-witness. Seems good. Keep the board clear, since we're still gonna win the long game probably, if we can get there. It's gotta run out of elves at some point. I'm just gonna clear the board. There's not much more value to be gained, and if he doesn't have a strong turn, you can drop Narset and then protect it. Hopefully ride it to victory. Alright, more collected company shenanigans. Lots of things to hit in the elf deck. I think I'm just gonna get Narset into play. I'm not in that much pressure, under that much pressure, and now I can cast Cryptic Command and cast Cryptic Command to buy time if I need to. So I could always bounce something and give Cryptic Command rebound, which is pretty awesome. I think my Narset will die, though. What's plus? Alright. I think I'm just gonna take my chance to get rid of Azuri, and then next turn hopefully be able to Supreme Verdict, but also have the option to Snapcaster Cryptic. Depending on what happens. Company, there's a good chance Narset's gonna die now. Alright, that's ideal if he doesn't have a forest. And he doesn't. Continuing to whiff, but that's okay. Since we have a clear board, Planeswalker in play, and Sphinx's Revelation in hand, which is a nice place to be. Yeesh. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the collected companies. Alright, he finally only hit one guy on it. Yes. It's pretty far behind at this point. Game is locked up almost. have Snapcaster and Cryptic Command, Recursion. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Now Narset's hitting everything. Another matchup we don't want to ult Narset though. He's already cast all his collected companies. Sure. Spellskite, always a nice threads target. Let's just go ahead and rev. Have infinite cards anyways. Rebounding Electrolyze is basically living the dream. And we can start hitting with Colonnade now. Sure. And discarding because we have drawn too many cards. Interestingly enough, our opponent has also churned through most of their deck. It's just our cards match up very good against random elves. That's game. That's game. Game. Once our opponent lets us attack. Colonnade casts the winning spell while it's attacking for extra value. Alright, sweet. Had a good run with the deck. I don't know if the metagame still seems pretty hostile towards it. Collected Company, Tassiger, all good cards against traditional blue, white, red control. So, yeah. Deck still plays fine though. Still has a bunch of good matchups. Just not necessarily in an excellent position. But fun deck and still recommended. Give it a try. And until next time, I'm Shaun McLaren, signing off.